Conscious Whispers. Okay, so we've come onto the page which is hands holding the world. I saw God holding the earth, so I asked God to bless her hands. God holds the earth in place. God is the earth. God is the universe, the galaxies, the stars, the planets, everything. God is always holding God in place. If God is supporting God, you need not hold anything. That which needs holding is already held by God. Let your worries go, for God has this world and every world in his, her hands. Ask for God's hands to be blessed and find yourself held in nothing but blessings. So as God is holding the earth, God is holding the hands that hold the earth. The earth itself is also God in this picture. So let's begin. What colour shall we go for? I feel like going for a pinkish ocean. So I'm sure at some point you might have heard the song, the hymn. Used to be a hymn in our school. He's got the whole world in his hands. He's got the whole world. So that's what this picture is based on for me. God has got the whole world in God's hands. God's got the whole world in God's hands. The earth, the seas, the mountains, the trees, everything is being held. And when you go deeper and deeper, you start to notice there's nothing that isn't God. And that's my belief. And we each have a right to our beliefs. And we each have a right to be flexible in our beliefs. But I like this belief. This belief, it gives me faith. It gives me hope that everything is on purpose. Everything is happening according to God's divine plan. So who are we to argue with any of it? And on this earth, on this globe, when you really sit and think about it, we're just a tiny, tiny, teeny dot on here. I mean, a small dot on here is an island. And on that island, you'll have thousands of people living on there. Our problems, our situations can be minuscule when you think about the grand, vast universe. There's a whole system at play in this universe. A whole system. And we don't know, probably even a percentage of it. Let's be real. We're always finding out something new. How can we ever keep up with the divine that's created the whole of this? And my gut feeling always says that, you know, God completely knows what God is doing. There's a reason, there's a purpose behind all of it. Whether I like it or not, that's a me issue. How I respond to it is a me issue. If we ask God's hands, who's holding the earth to be blessed, can you be held in anything but blessings? And I first heard this on a course that I was on about God bless God. And through that, I created this image. I saw this image and recreated it, is what I should say. I didn't create it from scratch, nope. This too is the divine's work. I was just the lucky one to see it. I mean, all art, all poetry is channeled. It's all coming from the divine. I want to do another shade of pink going across. We are so small, yet we're still being taken care of. We haven't been forgotten. In fact, we probably forget God, but I don't believe God forgets us. A parent never forgets their children. And we have two parents holding us, Mother Earth and Father Sky. And they're very busy, our parents. They're busy not just holding this earth, but every earth, the whole cosmos, the universe. When life starts to feel tough, I'm just going to close that window. That got loud. Beautiful building work. I lost my trail of thought, and that's okay. If it's important, it will come back in this video. Otherwise, it's all good. If everything is being held by God, if everything is being held by God, can anything ever really be a problem? Or is it just a growth journey? Has there ever really ever been a problem that never came with a solution, a reason, a growth of understanding, of faith, of encouragement, of courage? Was there ever a time that you had a situation in your life that you saw initially as a problem which you didn't grow from? And if you didn't grow, I want you to ask yourself honestly, did you have opportunities to grow and you chose not to? I'm not talking about other people. I'm just talking about yourself here. Did you allow yourself to grow through whatever journey you were going through? Or do you still see that whatever happened, whatever passed, as a problem? What if you chose to see it differently? What if you chose to see the problem as a reason for you to grow, a reason for you to move, a reason for you to take an action, a step away from what you would have typically have chosen? What if? We always get to have a choice whether we choose to be and sit in problem, or if we choose to sit in opportunity of growth. Oh my God, I can't believe that I'm so loved by the divine that they chose to put me through that test. Oh my God, I'm so grateful. So everything that you see as a problem is really just an adventure. It's a journey. It's a journey where your courage grows, where you get to face fears, where you get to move away from this thinking mind. I mean, don't you get tired of thinking so hard? Moving away from the thinking mind and moving into taking steps. I've been really guilty of sitting there and thinking and thinking and thinking, and all it did was leave me with more thoughts. And the moment I really started taking actions, or, you know, we don't have to do everything ourselves. Sometimes the action is calling someone who can do that work and, you know, gifting them for the work that they do. We haven't come here to do everything by ourselves. We haven't come here on this earth to think that we are so alone. Everyone has a unique gift that they've been blessed with. And we each get to explore our own gifts and pay for, gift others to explore their gifts, whatever they may be. You don't have to do everything. And as I'm saying that, I can hear my guide saying, yeah, Reena, you don't have to do everything. And sometimes that's what having, I don't want to call it trauma, but that's what sometimes having a growing past will do. That's sometimes what a growing past will do. I lost my trail of thought again. How interesting. And even that's a blessing, I'm sure. I am sure. See, I get tested sometimes, even just creating these videos on the spot. And in a way, it's fun because I get to remember God there and then. God will always be super kind to you. Super, super kind. When it's breaking away your ego, that's when God is being the kindest. Letting go of that part of us, it's not easy. The ego part, not easy at all. Let's go for yellow. Go a little bit orange. So I did my first Sunday meditation yesterday, and that's been a long time in the making. A long, long time. I'd envisioned it a very long time ago, but I didn't have the courage. I didn't have sometimes the space as well, the mental space, as well as the physical space to make it happen. And other times it was I didn't have the heart space to create it, to do it. The recording is on YouTube as well. It's the only meditation that I'm looking to record. I'm not going to record the other ones. The other ones, they're just going to be live, and they'll be there for you to join if you wish to. You can watch the video that I recorded from Sunday, and it will give you a glimpse of some of the work that I do. I allowed everything to just come channeled through. I've never pre-prepared meditations. Never. I just allow the words to come through as they need to. And I've always found new gifts open up through that. New ways of healing. New ways of speaking about healing. So if you feel like you need some more relaxation, where you just get to close your eyes, not thinking about colouring, go and have a little watch. I watched it before bedtime because when I was doing the meditation, I'm thinking about looking after everyone else. So I couldn't completely drop in myself and experience it. So before bed, I did put it on for myself. And it was nice to be on the receiving end. And in the videos, you get to see some of the paintings that I've done as well for the Conscious Whispers series. They will eventually become my Conscious Whispers cards. So everything is always just a work in progress. Everything. But I'm also glad that I get to record it all, because in the future I'll get to listen back to hear this, what I've been saying, and go, wow, look how much I've grown. If God is holding everything, why do you carry so much on your own shoulders? What would happen if you let it go? Do you really believe God wouldn't have a plan? Do you really believe that? God is miraculous. God is magical. God is the energy where faith exists. If we let it go, are you telling me the energy that's created this whole universe can't help you look after all that stuff that you're holding? Do you really think the weight of anything you're holding is heavy for God? Let it go. Even God will be grateful that you let it go. Let it go. Take care of yourself. Take care of your energy. Build it. And listen to the conscious whispers that come through. Be okay letting go of all that weight you keep holding on to. God always creates a way. God creates help. There are so many people out there in the world who are willing to help others. When you let go of the things you hold as problems, these peoples, these earth angels come through. And you'll wonder, why didn't I do this sooner? And if you're going to do it from the perspective of faith. Do it from the perspective of, I am being held, I'm being taken care of, because you know what universe has to do? Universe will have to help take care. But you get to put the intention through. You get to put that intention, that energy through. Ask and ye shall receive. Never call anything a problem again. In India, we call the Earth Mother Bhumi Devi. Bhumi meaning earth, land. And in the West, we call the earth Gaia, Gaia. God always comes with so many names. And God answers to them all. Tempted to do the other hand a different green. Yeah, why not? What's the best that can happen? The green hands of Mother Earth. She's always growing new food for us. Always. What does she ask for in return? What does any mom ever ask for in return? You know what moms love? A kiss and a hug. Other than that, what else is it that, a mom needs from her child? How much does mom glow when her child says, "Mom, you look beautiful today"? How much does mom melt inside? Aw, my baby said I look beautiful. What if you're the reason the earth smiles today? What if you walking past, walking on, walking, stepping on Mother actually decide to acknowledge her? What if you bow your head, as we do in a lot of the cultures, to the earth? And when we bow our head down and we're in child's pose, it just looks like you're a fetus in the womb of mother. Everything is on purpose. Why do we go back and call that child's pose? Because you're going back as a fetus to the original mother. And mother's being taken care of too. If God is supporting God, you need not hold anything. That which needs holding is already held by God. Let your worries go, for God has this world and every world in her hands. A divine dance of the masculine, the feminine, without whom we wouldn't be here. Let's go blue. And the question is this blue? Is it via the sky? Is it the air? Or is it water? Is this the earth and water holding each other, clasping each other? All a matter of perspective. And if it's both, how much more beautiful is that? Why does something only ever have to be one thing? Why can't it be everything? And isn't that the beauty of God? God isn't just one thing, it's everything. The water is holding the earth. The sky is holding the earth. What an amazing world we live in. Isn't it interesting that when we have a prayer or a wish, we either place that wish in air or we place it in water? It's got me thinking, that has, the whole idea of the wishes. Have you let your problems go? Are you still holding them? Have a feel in your shoulders. I'll tell you something. God's shoulders aren't hurting. Because I don't believe God sees anything as a problem. Well, I'm not God, Reena. You hold a divine spark of God inside of you, and that will guide you, lead you to your heart. The heart has no desire to hold on to anything. Anything it takes in, it just disperses out anyway. The heart is a feeder, yet it has to feed itself first. Mothers are feeders, but mother has to feed herself too. Because if mother doesn't look after herself, all the children can't look after themselves either. Next time you're outside, just call the earth beautiful. Mum, you look beautiful today. I'm just looking out at the trees. This page is a remembrance that if God can hold the earth, you are a part of the earth and you are being held too. Whether you remember or not, regardless, you are still being held with so much, so much love. Until next time.